It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we get to watch Brian Robinson Jr. He was terrific a week ago. Well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the Commanders and the Panthers on Monday night.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him...
First play, and Young is going to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The play fake, now Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Young. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. Back to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's McBride. Touchdown. Trey McBride. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
To throw on second down is Young. Caught by Snead over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young on 3rd down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over. And they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Yep. There he goes, right side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
Handoff now to Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Commanders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's a quick throw right side. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Well, the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You talk about this Washington defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 over.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Here is Young. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move. But the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Young. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taken right around the 44. call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Touchdown, Washington. Trey McBride with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to throw, Young. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Now here's Young. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 50-yard line.
Young now from the 50. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Check white, check pink.
Young will set to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now here's a throw that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you don't
down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
That throw by Young incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And a route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
It's second and 8.
To throw, Young. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
It'll be Young again.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fights. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed it in the huddle. Hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 11. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Back to throw again.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over 4.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a short.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Young looks to throw on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Young. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now Young.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll set up a throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kenny Pickett, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. From there, we get up to the Rocky Mountains to check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Javonte Williams, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, a couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and